What's up? What's up? What's up? This is the Scotty and Steve SAS, the Playbook Podcast. We are rebranded, revitalized, re-energized, and we now have our own fucking channel. How does that make
Boom.
you feel?
Well, we had our own YouTube channel and we had our own Instagram, but now it's standalone. We're disconnecting from our individual podcasts and agendas, which I think is a good thing, which we'll touch on in a second. But yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, man. It cost me £4.93 to add this to my RSS feed for my next billing date. So you owe me £2.47 when you get 2 minutes, please, bros. If
No problem. I'll even round that up to £3
use my mother flipping hero.
because
How's
I
your
know
week been, bro?
you're skint right now.
My hair's skin. I had to
Yeah,
cut my
let's
hair.
quickly talk about the man's fresh trim. Look at that. Look at the sick fade. He no longer sports the Peaky Blinders side shed.
Went
Takes
around the corner to pivot and crop. Old Yogi Bear with the old fade. My guy hooking me up with a trim, although I feel like it's really short for the winter season. But I'm going to Abu Dhabi in 2 weeks, so
Oh, you're looking good, big guy. You're looking good. Did you get the old ears shaved and the eyebrows shaved?
he does my ears. He doesn't do my eyebrows. I don't let anybody do my eyebrows because I get scared that they're just going to be like, oh, oh, my bad. That was
Yeah,
a
that
zero. You've got no eyebrow.
yeah, that forehead is big enough. You don't need that.
This is the most forehead I've had in 44 years. I am a bit concerned about it, but there'll be a cap somewhere to hide it.
Right, let's just quickly appreciate. Give us a quick. I just noticed your top. Give us a quick twirl of the top you're wearing.
I got to turn all the way around. It's not a Wembenyama. It's Sohan.
Is that Sohan who is not GB?
Yeah. I mean,
you
he's
you
like,
actually you actually tagged him in it, didn't you, when you bought it? And he was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
he was
he
like,
liked it.
love you.
Yeah, love you, bro. Thanks for being British. And he's like, I'm Polish.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay. I was like, you got your passport sorted then, like for the Olympics.
And also, he was like, GB, are you going to pay me? And they're like, no. He was like,
Yeah, yeah,
Poland, are you
pretty
going to
much.
pay me? And they're like, yes. And he's like, cool, I'll come sign with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. So,
I think we should look into playing for the Philippines. Apparently, they're big on bringing imported players in.
are they?
We should switch to the Filipinos master team.
Oh,
You could
I
be
thought you
the
just, I
you
thought you
could
just
be
meant
the
pro league then. I was like, I'm down for going to the Philippines to play pro.
you could be the Dwight Howard of the Masters team.
I mean, everybody needs a Dwight Howard, right?
Yep,
Bad back, bad knees, bad elbows,
athletic as hell still.
bad back, bad knees, bad elbows.
Still athletic though. So yeah, I think we
I'm on
should.
about me now, not him.
Oh, you? Nah, you're fine. You're. I mean, you're not athletic, but apparently you are athletic because
Yeah,
you told me. Steve said to me the other day, athleticism is comes in all shapes and sizes and variations,
yeah, yeah, it does.
and
We'll see.
that's what somebody that's non-athletic says.
Yeah, all right. I think my basketball game is more what's that Argentinian guy that never jumped off the floor?
Oh, Scola,
Yeah.
that motherfucker could play.
No, I know he's good. I know he's good. Just going back to this, like the reason why I bought this is because it reminds me of like that All-Star game jersey.
Yep, I know the one.
Just because of the color, because the All-Star jersey is obviously like £800, and this was not.
Oh,
So,
it's lovely.
yeah, and it kind of like, you've got like a contrasting bright color over there as well.
A different PSG top. This is in my collection.
What, different to the one you had on yesterday, the day before,
Yeah,
the day.
I've got three.
Three. Okay, cool. That's fine. No judgment.
And apparently, I'm going to have another two because you're giving me two as well.
Yeah, I'm going to give you two, yeah. Although I think one of them might, while it's an XL, the arms, obviously, like you've got really big arms, muscly big arms. I don't think your arms are going to fit in the other one.
Well, I'm on Shred Life right now. So by the time I get it in a couple of weeks, um,
Saturday.
yeah, it's hard. In like 4 days time, I'll have cut quite a lot of weight, so we'll be fine.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that works out. But yeah. They are over there, not ready to be packed.
Perfect. All right, so a quick update. We are at GB camp this weekend, the first one of the new intakes slash trials, however you want to say it, for the selection for the World Championships in Switzerland next year. And
Yep.
we have to start with some sad, sad, sad news.
I'm gonna move up to the 45s.
Scotty and Steve are being separated.
I think they're just scared of our success.
They're being separated. I still have one more year at 40s, but the big man is moving up to the 45. So we'll be on different courts looking over at each other. Might even throw a rogue pass to the other court just to like,
That'd be
hi.
hilarious. Yeah, let's do that. I did my best to try and stay at 40, but apparently when you're 44 and then you're 45, 2 weeks after you go to competition, you've got to stay in the 45s.
Yeah, but what they did say is they have to give each age group the best players. So it's a compliment that they want you as a best player to be up in the 45s.
True, true. But what you never know what might happen is I still might be one of the best over 40s when they do the selection.
Exactly. So it's not 100% in the end, but it's this weekend will be separation. I'll need to find a new friend, which I don't really want.
No, no.
I'll just
So
be
stressful.
if they'll be like, who's why is Scotty such a cunt?
Yeah. Like, oh,
just
look at these two
just
miserable bastards.
just not talking to MD on Saturday.
Yeah, it'd be like everyone will be expecting me to lead the shout. It'd be like one, two, three, and I'd be like,
Nope.
not no more. Not no more. So talking about the GB stuff, it's gonna be fun this weekend, regardless. We're gonna go out for dinner. Haven't sorted that. What was your initial thoughts on the old Instagram post the other day? The Fimber Wimbers and the Maxi intertwining potentially.
I think it's a good idea. I totally get that there's some people that don't want it to happen because they're happy with their wee team and setup. So what I think should happen is the two organisations should come together. If anybody else wants to go to these tournaments, there should be a rule that they can't call themselves GB.
Yeah,
So
fair.
like the other what is it, the Wolf Pack or whatever,
Yeah.
the Bobags, like they can still go do it, but they
But
can't.
they got a silver medal, you know. They
I
did better
know,
than.
yeah. They also we get shafted, but they can't be called GB. Well, they can go as Wolfpack, they can go as that, but they can't have GB on their jerseys or any affiliation. It's got to be with the Maxis and Fimbas. I think it's a good idea because it does water it down. You know, you'll be telling people you play for GB, and then somebody will go, "Oh, I know such and such plays," and you're like, "No,
No, they don't.
no, they
Yeah,
don't."
yeah,
They
yeah.
do it. I was like, no, they don't. Wee Davy from down the road does not play. He's
Yeah.
and it doesn't make sense.
No, I agree with you. Like, I think it's interesting from a competitional point of view because some people who may or may not feel that their positions are safe in certain teams and squads, and whether that's a Fimber thing or a Maxi thing, thinking about, but what about me? Like, I'm the guy over here, or I'm like the third
Yeah,
string, like whatever. So it's going to enhance and increase the level of competition, which is only a good thing
yeah,
for organized sports, basketball, for GB to get a medal at a competition at some point in
yeah.
time.
And I don't have an issue with them sending two teams from the 40s,
No,
Great Britain A and Great Britain B. If you've got enough players that want to do that, but it's all got to be under the same umbrella.
yes, yeah, yeah. And I think, like, as well, combining the two groups will also enable us to obviously one field a stronger team in some way, shape, or form. But also you've got more backup players, you've got more people on the reserve list. Obviously we suffered a little bit in Italy, like with people dropping out, and the way that that fell
Mhm.
for us didn't really kind of like didn't help us at all. Like we ended up taking a couple of reserves, a couple of the guys dropped out, and we went with like nine in the end, didn't we? Um, and I think by combining both organizations, you just limit that a little bit more. And it just puts us in a better position to be able to field like a stronger team, a stronger squad, and be more
Yeah.
competitive.
And it also gives you a better chance of getting sponsorship because it's, again, you're not competing with another GB thing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And sponsors aren't getting confused with, I thought I was sponsoring this guy, but not that guy, blah, blah, blah. So coming together is only a good thing. But yeah, there will be some people who have to check their ego at the door. There will be some people that have to go, well, all right, I might be the guy over here, but I'm not the guy over there. And that works both ways. I'm not saying it's just them. I'm saying, like, for us, well, it works. You've got to come together and realize that you're trying to get the best team to win a gold medal. And that's what at the end of the day. If you don't want to be part of that, then go form your own wee Bobag United team and
because I think we had this conversation about like Steve's GB, right? Like I could just, if I wanted to, just register and go to these competitions and be like, right, Steve's GB, let's go, the Silverback Bears, and just see how you get on. Like, and I think that's like, it's good to kind of eradicate that. And I suppose the only hope is then that you don't get another organization that goes, hang on a second, we could just do that. Like,
hope not. I hope this. Obviously, it's going to be after the World Championships. That's the kind of timeline. So there will be 2 teams for that. But after that, that'd be good to come together. Plus, there is a few guys who I know that are on the other GB team that, like, I was friends with, and I was happy that they still got to go. But it would have been better if they were in our B team or something like that. Or so we're still all under the same roof.
Yeah,
and I think that's what it is. It's about building a big community together.
And I think you'd be foolish and ignorant to be like, some of those guys would never have made our team, because they would have.
They would have, yeah. They just every coach has a different opinion on people. Every setup system, some of the guys that never made our team, it maybe was down to system. Maybe it was down to the coach preferring the way somebody else plays or a different unique skill that they had. So yeah, like I'm all for it. I am all for it. And as I said, you can then have a bigger reserve squad, and that reserve squad can be the B team. So they're going no matter what, but they might get moved up to the A team.
Yep. Maybe we should run the organization. It sounds like we know what we're doing.
Sadie, Jesse, if you're listening to this, I've got nothing to do with that. That's all Steve.
Jesse's not a part of the organization at the moment, so you're just talking to Sadie.
Right, Sadie, just Steve. Steve can do it. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Steve Foster, Director of Basketball Organizations and Operations.
I mean, when you say it like that, it's quite sexy.
Put it on my
But it has to be said like that every time by
every single time.
By everybody who mentions your name, though.
Oh, dear.
All right, speaking of basketball, I made my return to National League on Friday night for the mighty Falkirk Fury.
Nice.
So,
how many points did you score?
Pardon?
How many points?
0. So I trained on Wednesday for the first time with the team and then played on Friday. So for anybody that doesn't know, National League in Scotland is the highest level you can play apart from professional. And our National League teams would spank some of the teams in Division 1 in England.
Ooh.
We've done it before. Do it again. No issue. I'm quite happy to say that. But yeah, at 43, returned to National League, which was not in the cards this season, but Falkirk's struggling with a couple of injuries, a couple of suspensions, so they asked me to play. So I did. I had a couple of assists, a couple of steals. I had an absolute outrageous back screen where I killed some wee American guy, which was brilliant. And yeah, I felt I could have played a lot more minutes, but I've trained once. And there's guys there that are going to be playing all season. I'm not going to be playing all season. I'm going to be playing with Lockerbie in Division 1 with Stu and Bun the Bun. So that's where I'm going to be playing my main basketball. But if Falkirk have injuries or if they have, players that can't make games, I'll just slide in as a reserve player. But it's not bad for a wee 43-year-old fat guy.
Nice. So a couple of pieces of basketball news this side. So obviously on the Instagram, I did the pack your bag with Steve when I go to a scrimmage. And obviously, like, the leading statement off that was like, didn't get the National League contract, so still playing Sunday League. What was that? Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. The phone rang last night. hi, is that Steve Foster? And I was like, it is. How can I help you? He's like, it's Tintin McWatterson. Do you want to come and play in Nottingham? And I was like, oh. The only downside was he rang me at 9:59, and obviously I was already asleep. So I was like, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, Tintin, because I'm already asleep. But let me think about it. What day do you train on? Um, so I need to ring old Tintin McGee later.
So you maybe
Uh,
going to be a wee wildcat guy, a hood, Nottingham hood.
I think it's there. I think there's. It's not the D2 team. It's the Hoods team, which I think is like a development National League team.
All right.
Which is like D3, I think. Um, but I need to ask him a lot more questions. I was like, I'll leave it with me. Only downside is they train on a Tuesday, which is my West Midlands League training night. And we've got our first game of the season tonight against Shropshire Warriors.
Oh, big Shropshire.
Well, they're the
Crazy.
champions.
Crazy.
They're the champions of the league. They won last year. We came third. We've got 7 new players. I mean, it's going to be fun.
Ah, well, that's all you want. You want to play basketball and smile.
Yeah. I'm going to put it out there now. There's going to be at least 7 travel calls, and I reckon 2 of our new guys are going to foul out in like 3 minutes.
Oh, well, we get told by the referees on Friday night. So new season, the referees have always got a new thing that they're
Yeah.
trialing, so the referees came up to the start of the game and went, "We've got this new thing. It's called a patience call. So we might not call the foul straight away. We're going to let the play develop, and then we'll see."
Oh,
And I just said to him, I was like, "Well, you've been doing that for the whole time you've ever been in the league. So
what's new?
what's different now? You like, he made it. I'll not call the foul. He
Yeah.
missed that. I'll call." I was like, "Why are you saying this?" And to be fair, they weren't very happy about it, but
No.
it's the truth. I
Truth
was like,
hurts.
"Oh wow, you're getting a patience call now. Big deal."
Yeah, I had a text message middle of last week, I think it was. And someone was like, so we played Shropshire on Tuesday, which we knew, we've known that for a while. And then it was, I think, 2 of COB's Division 1 players are also playing like Sunday League or, West Midlands League. And they've also got like 2, I think, Div 2 or Div 3 players. Like, I'm not too sure how it works because you're only allowed a certain amount of National League players.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how have they managed to like get all these people into the team? So it'd be interesting to see tonight who turns up. Um, because I think from our point of view, we've got like a lot of guys that have played National League, but like are on the back end of it now. And then a lot of the new guys that we've brought in have played like a little bit of a lower level West Midlands League, so they haven't played any National League at all. And I love the chatter of the new guys. Can get it done. I'm gonna get buckets on Tuesday. Can't wait to lock everybody up. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna average like 40 minutes and 20 points, and I'm like, you're gonna get found out.
What what do you think your stat line's going to be?
My stat line
Your
tonight.
your personal stat line, Steve Foster McFletcher's stat line.
So there's 2 variations of this. So I'm gonna give you 2 scenarios.
Okay.
If the rumors of the COB guys playing West Midlands League is true, I will have like 24 and 10, and I'll have to put in like
A shift,
I'm gonna like I already had the message like if them guys are playing, you better fucking come ready to go.
which you always do.
Yeah, just in different ways, right?
Yeah.
If those guys aren't playing, there's one particular guy which I'll need to guard who's a like for like kind of matchup. I probably won't stress myself out too much offensively as I ever do, like if we're doing all right. So I reckon probably like a double double. But if the COB guys are there, I'm gonna have to like actually like
Go for it. Go for it.
eat some Haribo and play properly.
Ah, the haircut makes sense now. You're going to walk in the gym and they're like, "Oh shit, big man got a fresh cut for tonight." He's expecting a photo after the game of like 25 points, 25 rebounds,
Player of the game,
25 steals, and 25 turnovers.
exactly. Fresh trim. Um, but yeah, so we'll see what happens. But um, I mean, we don't tip off till like 8:15 on a Tuesday night.
Well, that's a horrible tip-off time on
Yeah,
a Tuesday night. And how
and like
how far is Shropshire from you?
we're at home luckily,
Oh,
so I'm like 8 minutes away. But Shropshire's home game is a Friday night at 8 p.m.
and how far is it from you?
It's like Telford is like nearly an hour.
I mean, you say Telford. I have no idea where Telford is.
Okay, yeah, it's like an hour,
An hour. Well, that's a
which
fair
is
done. It's
yeah,
a fair.
considering it's West Midlands local league.
Yeah, that's not very
Uh,
local.
No, I can get to Nottingham before I can get to Telford.
Aye.
So we'll see what happens. But we're at home, 8:15 tip off. I'm always just a bit like, oh, this is late. Like, you know me, like I like to be in bed by 9. So all our home games, I turn up all like dopey and sleepy and all the fucking forms. And then like I leave it till the last 3 minutes and then I do something so we win.
Well, I expect the W tomorrow. I expect to wake up to a text message with a big, "I got the W, I got the win."
I'll do my best for you.
Yeah, and
Uh,
then and then you've got to sort out where we're eating on Saturday night as well in
I
Nottingham.
already know it's already booked.
Oh, have you booked something?
No, no.
No, no, Barry.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna book it for 2 people, and then if anybody else comes,
Well, I didn't really
it's
expect us to take anybody else.
well, I'm like, who else is it gonna be? Like, I don't even know who's there.
Nah,
Do I need to book it for Lee as well?
no, because he's not going to be there until like 2 in the
Ah,
morning.
2 in the morning. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, so if at 2 in the morning you wake up to this noise, it's just him phoning up his Lilo because he was like, "Why
No,
don't?"
good. You know what will come before that though? It'll be like, guys, is this where I need to put the airbed? Guys, is this where I plug the airbed in? Guys, is this my pillow? Is this my sleep? Guys, am I allowed to go to sleep yet? What time are we getting up in the morning? What time's breakfast? Are there any sausages? It'll just be like 28 questions before he even gets to blowing his bed up.
Oh, speaking of breakfast, you do have breakfast included in your stay on Saturday night to Sunday morning.
Going back, do I need to bring an airbed, or has he got his own?
No, no, no. So that's what we're talking about. He was like, "Can we take?" And I was like, "No, because when you're coming in at 2 in the morning, people are going to notice you've got an airbed, and if me and Steve go, they're probably going to notice that we've got an airbed. So just buy a Lilo off of Amazon that folds up in your bag, and then blow it up when you get there. Because if he gets there at 2, we're going to be getting up about half seven anyway. So he's only getting, what, 5 hours sleep,
Oh,
and then we're getting up and going to breakfast and going to training. So he's not really getting much of a sleep. So I said, just be comfy. So
that sounds comfy.
a £5 Lilo for big Mr. Lee Phillips will be the absolute height of comfort on the floor.
Oh,
As I said, you probably wouldn't even know he's there because you'll have your eye mask on, your earplugs in, and you'll be out cold.
no, but the thing is with this now, like I've created this world where when there's more than one person in the room, like I've got like eye mask earplug fear now that you're gonna fuck with me. And I actually like the other week I had like 2 nights in the flat where I was on my own where I thought someone else was in the flat and I didn't wear my eye mask because I was like, there's someone in my room. There's someone in my room.
Who was it? The bleach fiend?
Yeah, exactly. And I ended up like being like, there's no one here. And then I put it on and I was like, I can't go back to sleep.
I mean, no offense, your flat isn't that big, so I'm pretty sure you would know if somebody was in it.
Yeah, I'd like to think so, right?
Yeah.
It was off the back of an email from the letting agent saying that homeless people have been breaking into flats and stealing shit. So I think the homeless people were like running around in my head rent free.
They definitely were.
Yeah. Well, the weekend's gonna be fun. Lee can sneak in. He can do whatever he wants. Also, we booked Paris, didn't we?
Paris.
Paris.
Gay Paris, as it's called. Gay Paris.
At the end of January for San Antonio versus Indiana. We need to really be on top of the tickets when they come out for release.
When we say we all mean you.
I know, but I'm sharing it on a podcast so everyone thinks that you're also an adult as well. But what else
Um,
were you doing when we were in Paris, man?
uh, I'm not far.
Hustle?
I've done the Eiffel Tower, so I'm not
Oh
fussed.
yeah,
I'd quite like to go to maybe like one of the street ball courts
okay.
and like
Streetball content.
and like hustle people for money.
Okay, dress up like an old dude.
Yeah,
No, just dress up normal
just
as a
dress up
whole.
normal.
Yeah, yeah.
As I said, one of my former teammates, Moses, uh, he owns the Basketball Factory, which is like a big hall with hundreds of hoops that you can go and play at. So I've messaged him about maybe getting a wee shot in there and any hookups, but he's just had a baby, so I think I'm low down on the list of getting back to me right now.
So basically, what you said is he's ghosted you.
But what you should be doing out with of going to Paris, because you are going to Abu Dhabi for the NBA games, is speak to your boy Tinny Tin 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 and be like, if you want me to play for the Nottingham Hoods, you need to speak to your boy Taran Algar, who's in Abu Dhabi doing stuff for the NBA games to
Yeah.
hook me up.
Yeah.
And then we'll also say the exact same thing to him for January.
Yeah, yeah, true. True.
You get in there. You get in there now, big guy.
So put the work in early, is what
Yeah,
you said.
yeah.
Okay. Well, both trips are going to be fun for different reasons. I'm really looking forward to Paris when we go to Paris.
I don't actually know. Like, I would. I don't know if it's yours. I'd love to go to Disneyland Paris. It's a wee bit out of the way.
Yeah, we were already there for 3 days.
Yeah, I know. But I would like to
And
do that.
one of
But
those days we land and then get into
yeah,
Paris.
I know it's not
Half a day.
possible, but I'm just saying I would like to do that.
Oh, okay. No,
I'd
no.
like to go to and get a picture with you in front of the castle.
I'd make the train journey for that. Well, we will keep everybody updated on all of the trips. I think Paris will be fun. We'll be able to vlog that as well.
Yep.
Uh, we are thinking about trying to do a day in Alton Towers for Scarefest as well, aren't we? Have you been before?
I have been before. I usually go every single year. Last year was the first year that I've not been for about 5 or 6 years.
We were still in Argentina. No, we weren't, was we? We wasn't in Argentina, but we hadn't
Nope.
been long.
Um, we were back, but I just never went last year. I sorry, I've missed the last 2 years. Sorry, I missed the last 2 years. But yeah, I love it because I usually I like to go to Orlando for Halloween or Alton Towers or one of the theme parks in Spain. Halloween's my jam. It's my thing.
Ooh.
So I would like to get back and they've introduced some new stuff this year. So I'd like to go and do it, and I'd also like to see you shit your pants.
Oh, shit like that doesn't scare me.
Ah, you say that now.
No. I'm like, because I'm on like super high alert for the whole time. So like, you can't catch me out because I'm just like.
So this is a genuine, true 100% story, and it fucked in my head a little bit.
Okay.
Right. So I went to Alton Towers and
Yeah.
they do the scare mazes and the scare things and stuff like that, and you go through them and they're good. They are good. They're different from America. In America, you're not allowed to touch because obviously everybody sues everybody over there. But
Yeah.
here, the scare actors are allowed to like bump you, touch you a little bit, but just it makes it a little bit more interactive. So there's one called the Amityville something mines, and it's like hillbillies that are inbred.
Okay.
So you're going through the mines and they're all getting you. And at the end, I was coming out and I was in this wee room with basically two of the scare actors slash hillbillies. One of them was a very fit young female, and one of them was a guy. And the
Right.
female was sitting on the, the bench, and she like lifted up her skirt, and the guy went like, "Do you like my sister?" And I was like, "I think she's pretty good." But it then got a little bit weird because she kept lifting her skirt up to the point where you could actually see her pants and her,
Okay.
and it was like, I'm pretty sure that's not in the
Script.
script.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I was just kind of like looking, going, I don't really. And then more people come in and I left. But I was after it, I was like, will they try to pump me?
I mean, you're a sexy guy.
I mean,
Maybe
I would be the best ride in Alton Towers. Let's be honest.
Ooh.
Hey, ayo, fast track.
I was gonna say there's no queues, so you definitely get it first.
Also the quickest ride in Alton Towers. Fastest and quickest.
Oh, well, I think at that point we will start to tie it off. We're going to try and get some vloggy stuff done for the YouTube channel as well. We are now the SAS Playbook channel. We have,
We will vlog the weekend at GB Camp.
yeah, we have separated from By Steve and from the Equinox podcast. So we are now just straight down the middle,
So
Scotty, Steve,
so
Steve.
for
Steve's.
that, and I think we'll all agree that Mr. Steve's own podcast and own content is actually of a very high level and very, very, very good.
Don't make me
So
laugh.
with the reason we've separated it is so that basically I don't bring him down anymore and don't cause trouble for him. So
No,
this is where the SES Playbook podcast is where you'll get a little bit more stupid stuff, a little bit more crude stuff, a little bit more sense of humor stuff. But if you want the motivation, you want the mental health, you want all the good stuff, then follow Mr. By Steve and don't let me make you into a young delinquent degenerate.
stop being so over the top. The fashion of content was across the board, and for us to be successful as SAS, we needed a standalone channel, and it could be looked at the other way. Like people who come and look for our fun stuff don't want to listen to me talk about men's mental health. So we made the clear cut. We're both amazing at what we do separately, and the SAS is going to be more fun and more vloggy, bloggy, and we're going to take over the world.
And can we just obviously one of our regular listeners, Mr. Lee Phillips, we need to give him a round of applause. He got an ultrasound on his Bossack the other day, and he didn't get a hard on. So well done.
I heard he doesn't get a hard on anyway, so
Right, sign off there before I make it worse.
no, do it, do it, do it. I still owe Lee some money. Tell him I'll pay him one day. Tell him. No, we're gonna sign off. Scotty and Steve Playbook, we are done. This is a weird episode number 9. All
But
the episodes.
also number one in the fresh start.
Yeah, I need to sort that out. So, yeah, peace out, people. We'll have a ringtone start music at some point, and you'll catch us the weekend when we record on the weekend, right?
Hell yeah.
All right, peace out.
Bye.